Well, that's been a fun 50 minutes, huh, guys? Gosh, I am so sorry. Hopefully, everybody saw your message in eBay. I did try to send a message to everybody to let you know what was going on. Basically, in a nutshell, what happened is my broadcast software wanted to update itself, and it was trying to, and I didn't want it to because we had to do a break, and I couldn't get it to stop. So I tried to reboot the computer to get the broadcast software to stop updating, and then that triggered into some kind of unbelievably long Windows update, which then I couldn't do anything because I couldn't turn the computer off. I couldn't get it to finish. It took, almost an hour before the Windows update finished. So, boy, wow, sorry about that. You guys that break with me often, you know that I am usually start right on time, and that's one of the things I kind of pride myself on, is starting on time, not starting this late, 50 minutes late. So very much apologize for that. Thanks everybody for your patience, and hopefully you did see in your messages what was going on so you weren't just out in the dark there. Okay, so first up tonight, we have a 2017 Hit Parade autographed full-size helmet. This is break number 10, and this particular helmet is series number 4. Our end date is tonight. Our live stream schedule should have been 10 o'clock. Of course, as you see, we didn't start on time. But anyway, I hope that doesn't happen again anytime soon. So note to self, next time the broadcast software wants to update, probably would have been faster just to let it update. Live and learn, I guess. So you will see our team names, of course, down the left, your name across from that as the team rights owner to the right-hand side. We will put one of these spreadsheets up before each of our breaks. We have the full-size helmet tonight. We have a mini helmet. We have a jersey, and then we have a half case of Topps Series 2 baseball that just came out today. So let's get this opened up. And then while I'm thinking about it, shipping-wise, I'm expecting that most of the stuff that we're opening tonight will probably ship out on Monday. And if I can get it to you sooner, of course I will get it to you sooner. I always get it out the door to you as quickly as I can, but it's not always possible for me to get it out as quickly as I would like, because sometimes you have days like today where nothing goes right. All right, so this comes in a little Hit Parade carrying bag there. That's what you see at the moment. And as soon as I can get the little bag open, we will find out who is in here. Good grief. The drawstrings are tied up. I'm telling you, it has been one of those days across the board, I think. All right, so our full-size helmet is coming out for the 49ers. I'm going to pick the camera up. I think that's the easiest way to do it. I'm not even going to take this out of the plastic. I'm just going to let you look at it that way. And this is Dwight Clark for the 49ers is our full-size helmet for tonight. And let's see if there's a little COA is inside there. It's kind of tucked in by that earpiece. You'll see it in there when you get it. So San Francisco 49ers Dwight Clark is our full-size helmet. Just set that out of the way, and then we're going to be moving on to item number 2, which is our autographed football jersey. And if you just jumped in, we do have these 2 or 3 little memorabilia breaks to do, and then we'll start on our Topps baseball. So this is one 2017 Gold Rush autographed football jersey. This is the 4th time we have broken one of these. And same format as before. You'll see your team names on one side and winning bidder names across from it. So you get a chance to see what your team is in this break. If you're like me, sometimes you forget. Especially given the extended period of time that we had in between the end of the auction and the start of the break. Thanks to my unfortunately timed Windows update. And I do appreciate everyone's patience, and I again apologize for that. That was just crappy. Doesn't make me happy either. I hate when stuff like that happens. Hi Wayne, how are you? I see you there in chat. Was that you? Did you have the 49ers in the full-size helmet? All right, so coming out, looks like, this looks to me like this is a Bills jersey, but let's get it out of here and try to figure out what it says on it. It says Coach Levy, and does it have, nah, it's a custom jersey, so there's no team on it. I guess it could be, well, I don't know. It's Marv Levy, okay, that much I can tell you. So it's Marv Levy is the, at least that's what that looks like to me. I'm going to assume that that's what that is on our full-size jersey. So give me 1 second here, and let's pull that up and make sure that I know where this is going. And yeah, that is the Bills. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't crazy, because, you know, there are some similar colored jerseys. But so Marv Levy, the Coach Levy jersey, is headed to the Buffalo Bills. There again is our authentication certificate. Good grief. For the jersey. And if you jumped in late, I said I'm expecting most of this stuff will probably ship out on Wednesday. That's my Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. On Monday. The stuff that breaks on Wednesday, I'm expecting to go out on Monday. I will get it out here in a minute. All right, so next up, we have a 2017. I'm telling you, I told you guys, it has been one of these days. What in the world is going on with me right now? It is a 2017 Gold Rush autographed mini helmet. This is break number 2 of this single helmet. And once again, you see the same format. We did have one team up here, the Falcons, that was unpaid, and that was as of probably 20 minutes ago. Because obviously I had time to update some things while Windows was updating. So I did update the spreadsheet up to that point. And if payment has come in for that in the meantime, you know, great, no worries. You'll get the helmet if it comes out for you. Hi, Fred. How are you? I did not see you there in chat before. I think I must have already been off on the other page before I saw you come in there. And wouldn't you know, our helmet is for the unpaid team, because that's always the way it goes, right? Just kind of telling you, it's the kind of day we're having. And so our helmet is for the Falcons, and really I don't know whose signature that is on there. Does it say on the bottom anywhere? I don't know whose signature that is, honestly. You can kind of see it there. It looks like just a big A and something. So I don't know. That is a Falcons helmet. I just don't know who has signed it. So anybody have a thought on that? Looks like a giant A and a giant B or something. So is there anything on the back of this? Let's see. Yeah, I just don't know who this is. It doesn't look like it would be Julio Jones, does it? It doesn't look like it to me. Huh. All right, well, anyway, it's for the Falcons. Oh, Andre. Oh, could be. Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet it is Andre Rison. I'd say you're right, because I was looking on the back of the box to look at the checklist, and he is on the checklist, and that does look like, I thought, a giant A and a giant B, but a giant A and giant R it is. I think you are correct. So thank you, Patrick, for helping me out with that. I could not, you know, sometimes when you're just sitting there looking at it right in the moment, you can't put together what it should be, even though I should know. And I'm trying to, I knocked that with the box, so I was trying to get it straightened back out. Sorry for the motion sickness there. Now that is going to bring us up to our half case of 2017 Topps Series 2, and these are jumbo cases. Oh, you're funny, Patrick. Can you have it since you guessed right as to who signed it? That's funny. I like that. And this is, of course, the first time we have broken Top Series 2 for 2017 because it just came out today. So I will be breaking it alongside you. I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet myself. I think I'm going to take this brace off, though, because that's going to make it easier to maneuver. And there again, you will see everybody's information down there next to your teams. And I believe on this, someone asked me about silver packs, if there were any silver packs with this. I didn't get any silver packs. All I got was a big box with 2 cases of Series 2 Jumbo in it, and there were no silver packs in it, so I don't have any to do anything with, because this is all they sent me. But I didn't get it from, what is this? This is some kind of a, okay, this is some kind of a big poster in here, and it's talking about, it says visit this store on August 12th to receive a free baseball card pack. So anyway, there you go. There's a big poster inside there that says you can go to a local store on August the 12th and get a free pack of baseball cards, it looks like. I'll have to ask my guy at the hobby store if he's participating in that. I would assume he is, since it was inside the box. Alright, what we're going to do with these is we're going to let random.org decide which ones that we open tonight out of the 6 that we have, so that that just seems like the most fair way to do it. And that way random will be to blame if we don't get what we want, and then random.org will be the hero if we do get what we want. All right, so numbers 5, 3, and 1 are what we're going to pull out of this stack. 5, 3, and 1. All right, there's 1, there's 3, and there's 5. All right, very good. So let me get these others out of the way. And I believe this has, yeah, it says on there 1 autograph and 2 relics in each of these jumbo boxes. I did get a chance to, oh, hi Jordan. We did. The full-size helmet was for the 49ers. The jersey is for the Bills. And the mini helmet is the Falcons. Yeah, I busted through those pretty quickly, of course, because, you know, good grief, the kind of night we've had. You guys patient enough to wait while my stupid Windows update did its thing. Once we got rolling, I've just been buzzing through it. So I did get a chance to look at the checklist on this. I'm sure you guys probably have too. And it does look like that we have the possibility of some pretty good hits in here. And what is this? Now it's giving me some other kind of announcement. Oh my gosh, if it starts doing something else, I'm going to freak out. Stop doing that. Whatever announcement you are giving me, you need to stop. Gracious. That just about put me over the edge. I thought if it was getting ready to start doing something else, there was going to be violence upon my computer tonight. So, yeah, all right. Thank goodness, whatever it was, I just was able to dismiss it. So it does look like that we have the possibility of some nice autographs in here. We'll see, of course, who we end up pulling out tonight. I know that the base cards are never as exciting in Series 1 and Series 2 and the update, but you do sometimes pull some nice relics and autos out of them. So here's hoping that we do tonight. And I don't have the checklist, the short print memorized. So if we have a short print list, I don't know what it is. I'll have to find that when I sort it. This is one of the anniversary cards for the Matt Strom. Ted Williams, memorable moment. There is Rediscover Tops. And again, this is me just going through this the first time with you. I haven't had a chance to open any packs of this yet myself, so I'm kind of seeing all the inserts at the same time that you see them. So it'll get a little easier once I've had a chance to go through a few packs of this and know what I'm looking for. And of course, there are a bloomin' ton of cards. Each of these boxes has, I don't even know how many cards. A lot, like 500 or some crazy amount. So that's why we're doing this in a half case, because there's an unbelievable number of cards. And a full case would take me my natural life to ship and sort. So that's why we're doing half cases. Another 30th anniversary. It's my cat down there playing in the paper. Oh, here is our first hit, and it is a relic for Salvador Perez for the Royals. Game used memorabilia. So there's our first one. And you know, I wouldn't mind doing full cases of this if I were only, obviously, if I were only shipping the hits and not the base. It would be super easy to do, but I think everybody kind of wants the base normally. I don't think that, even on Series 1 and Series 2, I think people generally, my experience is, want the base, so that makes it hard to break these in full case quantities. Because you'd also have like 10 pounds of cards going out, probably more than 10 pounds. Probably have 10 pounds in the half case. It's crazy amount of cards. Alex Bregman rookie. Another one of our anniversary cards. That, hang on a minute, let's take another look at this. I'm assuming that that is a short print of some sort. I would expect that it is. Maybe it isn't going to be, but we'll set it aside because I think it probably is. It certainly looks like it would be. That's another one out of the card giveaways. That all those things that say rediscover tops will be the card giveaways. But I would guess that they must not be, I mean, I would think if it was anything with a whole lot of value that you wouldn't want to have rediscover tops stamped on it. So oh, the black and white one, you're saying that those do have, some of those black and white ones do have a numbered parallel, or whoo-hoo. On the black and white parallel, you're saying some of them are numbered. Is that correct? I'm thinking, James, maybe that's what you're telling me. Buster Posey All-Star. Oh, what is this? Oh, that is a commemorative 1989 All-Star Game patch. Sandberg, numbered to 75. That's kind of a weird little thing, isn't it? I mean, I hope that that would not, I hope that does not count as one of our hits, because that's kind of a, I mean, I don't know. To me, that's a weird little thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not going to be weird to you guys, but it's a little weird to me. I don't know about that. It's kind of like some of the manufactured patches you used to get with Upper Deck, which I never was a fan of those either, but... Oh, so it is going to be one of the hits. Okay. Well, that's a drag. So we have one game-used relic, one manufactured relic, and one autograph. Well, I guess as long as they're low-numbered, they still have their place. And honestly, some people probably like them more than I do. I've just never really liked manufactured patches all that much. It's just a personal preference thing for me. And the reverse negative is not going to be numbered. Okay. All right. So I guess then it is not a short print as I thought that it might be. Again, we kind of feeling our way through it on the first time that I get a chance to open it. And I didn't have time to watch any breaks today either. I was running from door time I hit my feet hit the floor this morning. I have been running all day. I think the longest I sat down was the 45 plus minutes we were waiting on that update while I was emailing all you guys to let you know what was going on. I think that's the longest I sat down all day. All right. AJ Pollock. Let's see if any of, is that numbered? No, that is not numbered either. Just getting a feel for it. Trying to, of course, sorting it will help me too, because by the time I get it sorted, I'll have a really good idea of what is going to be numbered and unnumbered and all that jazz. And what is this? To access your, what does that say? This is some kind of game or something, I think, right? This looks like some kind of a, oh, it's some kind of PlayStation game thing. Okay. Which one was out of 25? The one that I flipped over? I didn't see a number on it. Was there a number on it? And I gotta find it again. Well, where did it go? This one? Why do I not see the number on it? Yeah, I don't see the number on it. Oh, and the, well, this, yeah, this is the previous pack that I have in my hand, but I don't see a number on that one. So unless you're maybe talking about a different one, I don't know which one you're, okay, so the bottom of this stack is what you want to look at. Okay, well, let's just go back. I mean, I didn't see anything through here that looked like it was numbered. I still don't see anything in here that looks like it would be numbered. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. You're going to have to give me more info because none of these look any different to me. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll go back through it if you want at the end of the break. I'll just set this pack back up here separate, and then if you want to go through those again, I'll be happy to run through the whole stack with you again at the end of the break. I didn't see anything in there that looked like to me that it would be numbered. The one that I thought might be, I flipped over and it was not. And that's certainly not to say that there isn't one in there that's numbered, given that I am adjusting myself to what this set looks like, but I didn't see it. Ah, here's our autograph. It's for the Dodgers, Andrew Tolles. And with the little 30th anniversary stamp on it. All right, so that means the last few packs won't be nearly as exciting to open now that we've pulled all of our hits, right? I mean, that's always a drag, kind of. Another little advertising something or another. What is this? Looking for buyback. Yeah, well, we already know there's buyback cards in there. Yeah, the AJ Pollock, I think that's the one that I looked at the first time, and then we looked at the second time, and I still didn't see a number on it. Isn't that the same one that I stopped on before? Well, either way, I set that stack aside, so we can certainly go back and revisit that at the end of the break. We'll go back and take another look, and I'll see if I can find the one that we're thinking of. but it was basically the same kind of card as this, and this also does not appear to be numbered. It has kind of that hollow foil, for lack of a better way to say it, kind of that hollow foil finish on it. But I don't see a number on it front or back, unless I'm just overlooking it, which is possible, because I do not have good vision particularly. Yeah, chat, there is always a little bit of delay, I think. Like, from when you guys type it in to when it shows up on my side, there is definitely a bit of a delay. And I don't really know why that is, but I have definitely noticed that to be the case, for sure. For sure, for sure. Another one of our little anniversary cards. Yeah, see, none of these hollow foils here that I am seeing are numbered. But again, you know, we may have short prints and other stuff in here that I have not memorized the short print list. I know there are probably short prints for this. This is that PS4 thing again. If somebody has a PlayStation 4 and you want one of those little codes for your PlayStation 4, let me know. Oh, little Tyler Glass now. Yeah, Patrick, I don't think that there's usually a ton of, you know, like this. This one is numbered to 99, if you can catch that on there. On the Mariners team card there. So there are going to be some things in here that are numbered, but it's not the same, certainly, as you find in some of the more higher end series. These sets are really kind of all about finding, well, it's about, you know, building base sets if you're interested in that sort of thing, which a lot of people are. But it is also, I'm going to move these down the way. It's also got some nice hits in it in terms of memorabilia, relics, whatever you want to call them, and autographs. It's just there are not nearly as many as you find in the higher end series. But, you know, the price of admission, so to speak, is also a lot less. You know, this is a chance maybe to pull, for instance, an Aaron Judge at a price that somebody can afford more readily than it would be to buy into a break of Finest or Museum Collection or some of the others. Oh, that's technically supposed to be called rainbow foil. Okay, I call them hollow foil. I should be calling them rainbow foil. That does make sense, because they are basically multicolored. Oops. And I know I'm buzzing through this base pretty quickly. If you guys want me to go slower, let me know. I have found in the past that whenever I go slower, people are always like, you need to go faster when there's a ton of base like there is in this one. So I'm kind of trying to keep it at a decent little clip. I kind of tend to linger a little more, especially on a brand new product, because I want to take a better look at it myself. But I also understand that you guys are not wanting to sit here all night. And I'll have plenty of time to investigate them more closely when I'm sorting them. And really, that's just so I can get myself more comfortable with what's likely to be numbered versus not numbered and that sort of thing. I was just checking to see if any of those All-Star cards are numbered in there or not. Oh, that's a nice little John Smiley. One of the buyback giveaway cards. But you know, they kind of do that every year, right? I mean, like they always do the buyback giveaway cards in Series 1, Series 2, and usually an update too. Oh, here's our relic. Let's just go ahead and pull our relic out and take a look at it. It is for the Rockies, Carlos Gonzalez, game used memorabilia on the Gonzalez. What's that? Oh, Ian Kennedy. I wasn't sure. I guess, I'm trying to think who will be in. Of course, I guess it's a little early yet to speculate who will be in update, but I would think Ian Happ. Ian Happ's not in Series 2, is he? I don't think so. So he might be one that shows up in update. I was thinking about that just because we were talking about update a second ago, and also because they happened to mention at the hobby shop that orders are due for update. So if I want to order something for Topps update, I've got to let them know here pretty soon, which I usually do get a little something. And I don't guess any of those are. I keep flipping the All-Star cards over like I think I'm going to have a different result, which, yeah, is the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result. I don't know. I just feel like they should be numbered, so I keep flipping them over thinking one will be. I thought I saw something on that card, but I guess I didn't. Some kind of another kind of little advertising thing. Do any of you do any of the Topps Now cards or anything like that? There was someone on the other night during a break who said some of the Topps Now cards are selling for quite a sum of money. I haven't bought any of the I just did it again. I haven't bought any of the on-demand cards from Topps or from Panini. I don't know. Somehow they're just not as interesting to me. I mean, they are because they commemorate a specific event in time, so that part I like, and they are limited. I really don't know why they don't have more appeal to me than what they do, because I guess when you really think about it, they probably are some of the more limited cards that we would have a chance to acquire. I think it's just because I like to pull them out of the pack, right? I just like to pull them out of the pack. I think that's my deal. That's the part that's fun. Oh, you don't like Inception? I love Inception. Oh, and you don't like Gypsy Queen either? Oh, I love Gypsy Queen too. Yeah, I like both of those. Here is a Kershaw /75. This is another one of our manufactured patches. I do like this one better, though, than the other manufactured patch. Probably just because it has the big LA on it. But I guess maybe I can warm up a little to the manufactured patches. And I guess if they're all going to be numbered to 75, that does make me happier. But, I will say about Inception, the card design maybe this year wasn't as... I liked it okay, but there have been other card designs that are probably better than the one that they had in Inception this year. But in general, as a product, I really like Inception. And I absolutely love Gypsy Queen. I would have opened that for 50 years if I could, but I ran out. Oh, you don't like the art cards? Well, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, Gypsy Queen definitely has a lot of, yeah, I understand that too. Yeah, they definitely, each one has their own kind of little place. You will probably like Museum Collection. I think it comes out next week. Speaking of which, I've got to make sure I get my money into him tomorrow. Jose De Leon, another hit for the Dodgers. So the Dodgers right now are 2 for 2 on our autograph hits at the moment. That's a nice little, oh, is that, what is, oh, that is numbered 10 of 25 on the De Leon. So even better. Even better. Nice hit there for the Dodgers. Oh, so they do have some, so they have some of the manufactured patches that are not numbered. Okay, I did not know that. Well, I guess it will happen upon some of those at some point too then, I suppose. Another little advertising thing about our ultimate cards, which we already know because we've already found them. Which honestly, I don't get the point of putting the little ad in the pack, because by that point, you've already found the card. You've already seen it. So what's the point of putting the advertisement in the dang pack? I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, the Kershaw is, you know, I like that patch better, certainly, than the patch we had on the first one. The first manufactured patch just didn't really send me over the moon, but the Kershaw was definitely nicer, for sure. Like I said, I probably just like it because it's the big LA. Another little PS4 thing. Which we don't even have a PlayStation. We have Xbox One, I guess. Had to think about that a minute. I still always want to say Xbox 360, which was like 100 years ago. But it's the habits you get into. You know what you might like later in the year too, Patrick, is, I can't remember the release date for it. Clearly Authentic is a new design, a whole new card set coming out this year, and it is, if I'm remembering this correctly, it is going to be an acetate card, and it is signed, and there's just like one signed card per box, kind of like archives but not. That was a terrible way to describe that, kind of like archives but not. But I think it is going to be signed and maybe encased as well, on an acetate card design and an updated picture. So it won't be the same pictures that were used in Series 1 or Series 2, is my understanding. I don't think it comes out, though, for a couple more months, but I think you might like that. Oh, I chose wisely with Xbox. Yeah, I'm excited for Clearly Authentic, too. I think it's going to be nice. And I tell you what else I'm looking forward to is Bowman High Tech. Not Topps High Tech, although that will be nice, too. But it doesn't come out till the fall. But Bowman has a High Tech this year as well. Although, I will say this, it's going to be super hard to get, apparently. And I'm probably not going to be able to get but maybe 1 or 2 cases is what I'm being told. That it's highly allocated and apparently going to be super hard to come across. Oh yeah, Red Sox are expensive right now. That is a fact. However, you've also got some really good stuff coming out for the Red Sox at the moment. And you know what's interesting? If you look in, what have we been opening? Archives, right? Archives is what we've been opening. So, in that, they have Moncada. The autograph cards are falling to the Red Sox, with Red Sox team name, team logo on them, the whole deal. And the non-autos are updated to reflect the White Sox. So that's probably making the Red Sox even harder, at least in some instances. Maybe, obviously not in every series, but in that series. Bonnie Hunt, she does not exactly have good form with that, does she? Not really. So yeah, that's probably making it a little bit harder in certain series too, because, you know, I noticed it in my own breaks that he was coming out in Red Sox with the autograph and in White Sox for the standard rookie card, but I thought, maybe it's just, you know, whatever, like a parallel. So I did a little research and saw that every variation in that entire archives has been that way, as far as I can tell. Every signature one that I've seen, whether I pulled it or someone else did, has all been for the Red Sox. Benintendi, yeah, I've pulled a fair amount of Benintendi. We pulled, in fact, we just pulled some out of archives the other night, didn't we, for Benintendi? And we pulled some out of course, out of Inception. We've pulled Benintendi a lot lately, out of almost everything. We've pulled him out of Finest. I've actually got, I pulled myself out of a couple things I was opening. I was opening some 2015 Bowman's Best for myself. And I pulled 2 Benintendi autographs out of that. I was kind of surprised to get 2, but I did. Joe Panic for the Giants, and I feel something weird on the back of that card. It's got some kind of it's got a rough spot right there, and I don't really know what that is. I don't know how well you can even see it, but there is a little rough something there, and I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to do anything to it, but be aware of that. So it has some kind of a something on the back of it. And it may just wipe off or rub off whatever it is, but I'm not going to try to mess up your card, so I will leave it be. Yeah, you know what I think I was going to do with those Benintendis, and I've got some other stuff that needs to go too. I'm going to send some things off to have them graded. And I usually try to wait until I have 15 or 20 things that I want to send, just to make it easier, more efficient, if you will. And really, I was kind of waiting on an Ezekiel Elliott autograph that Panini has owed me from a redemption for 6 months. And I'm about to just give up and send the other stuff anyway, because I don't know when I'm ever going to get that. And who knows what shape it'll even be in when I do get it. You know, it may not even be in gradable shape when you do get it after I wait all that time. So I might just go ahead and send them off in the next week or two. So I've got quite a bit of basketball I need to send, and a little bit of football, and a little bit of baseball. So between all of that, I probably have enough to make it worth my while to do it. Oh, no, not $50 to grade one. Especially if you send them in a batch, and if you pay one of the services to be in part of their programs. You know, they all have these various levels. I'd say on average, well, and it also depends on turnaround, how fast you want to get it back, and all kinds of other factors. But modern cards, generally, and if you don't mind waiting a couple weeks to get them back, you can probably do it $15 to $18 per card, something like that. Maybe a little bit less if you joined one of the higher end programs with one of the grading services. Yeah, now if you get into some older cards, you can get into more money for sure. And particularly cards before the autographs were certified and stuff like that. I mean, you can get into, with anything, if you want it fast enough and if it's old enough, it'll cost you a lot more money. But if you're willing to wait a little bit, which I am, obviously I've waited all this time to send them in, I am fine with waiting an extra week or two and spending a little less money. So, but in general, I would say, you don't want to have a card graded unless you are planning to sell it, or if it's a rookie that you really think is going to go on to be something special. And sometimes, you know, we do that at the first of a season or of a year, and then they turn out to flop somewhere along the way and you just eat the money. But other times you do it and it turns out to be quite a wise move. Because A, it's easier to resell them because there's no question about what condition it's in because it's graded. So that takes all the guesswork out of it. And so as you might imagine, that also increases your resale price. And then B, even if you're planning to keep it yourself, the way that they encapsulate it and preserve it means that you're not really going to have to worry about damage and things like that. So I keep thinking that some of these are going to be numbered, but they are not. Oh, there's Yasmani Grandal for the Dodgers on the little black and white reverse negative, whatever that is called. But I definitely, I figure I may as well get the Benintendies graded. I mean, I know he's hit a little bit of a rough patch slightly, but I think Benintendies can be very solid and have a nice career. And since I have two of them, I'll probably get at least one of them graded. I might not get them both graded, but we'll see. There is another All-Star Game patch. This one from 1998, Greg Maddux for the Braves. And that one is not numbered. So there, to someone's point, we do now have one unnumbered. Boo. So we have two that are numbered to 75 and one sad little one that isn't numbered at all. But we should be able, you know, you should be able to get a Benintendi though. Because he's going to be very prevalent in all the products this year. So I would expect that somewhere along the way, you will pull a Benintendi if you buy into a lot of breaks, you know. I don't know how many you buy into, but if you do buy into a lot, I would think you'll hit him. And same with Aaron Judge. I mean, I know the price of admission is kind of high for the Yankees right now, but I mean, I've pulled there was tons of Aaron Judge in Gypsy Queen for one thing, because I remember then I would say, oh, you know, like that's before we knew how big Aaron Judge was going to be, but I thought he was probably going to be pretty good, so I'd be like, oh, that's a really nice hit, you know, you got the Aaron Judge and da-da-da-da. I was kind of like excited about it. I was a little bit geeked about it. And the one guy who pulled it that night, and I think he maybe pulled even more than one in that break, he's like, oh, no, I have a ton of Aaron Judge from, you know, all the years in the minors and the various things. He's got, I've got a ton of Aaron Judge autographs. I don't want that. I wanted, you know, whoever else it was that he wanted. And I was thinking, man, I wish I could remember who that was now, because I bet he has a different thought process for it now that the prices are going through the roof and the kids playing lights out. But anyway, my point is the rookies are very prevalent in a lot of the products that are out and coming out right now. So I would think that you'll have a chance to pull a Benintendi. We haven't pulled our autograph yet, right? So our autograph should be here in this pack. Might help if I would not have those upside down. All right, where are you, little autograph? Mike Clevenger. There it is. Jake Thompson for the Phillies. And these are sticker autos. You know, usually with Topps it's on-card autos, but these are all sticker. Well, two are sticker autos, one is not. The Tolles for the Dodgers, I think, was on-card, and the other two are sticker autos. But we'll review our hits momentarily. Then we will do our nightly random, and then I will flip back through that stack right back there in the back looking for the card that we were talking about earlier that we think was numbered, somebody thought was maybe numbered to 25 and that I shot past. So we'll go back and look for that momentarily. So the nightly random, if you guys haven't done a break with me before, one person, although tonight, because we had, that's the advertisement card again, since we had such a catastrophe of waiting for the Windows update, tonight instead of doing one, I'm going to do 2 winners. But what we're going to do is this. We're going to pull 2 people tonight, normally 1, out of our breaks, and you're going to win a spot in the customer appreciation break, which is called Lucky You Part 2. We already had Lucky You Part 1, obviously. And what that entails is me buying some products, to be determined as to which products. But I'll buy some products, and then on July 1st, unless that date has changed, right now planned to be July 1st, we'll open those products up in a break, and you won't have to pay anything to get in. It's free entry, but the only way you can get in is through the nightly random. And then the hits will go out to those of you who make it into the break. Well, we had the first 2 are the same person, so we'll take the first one and the third one. So we have Argos 1987 and Ronster 512, both in tonight. Extra one in because of all the trauma. Now, what happened there? Why do you not see the... I don't know. Why does that sometimes go to a black screen? I hope it wasn't a black screen the whole time, but I don't know why it does. Just in case it did, let's scroll down here, and then you can see there's our timestamp and everybody in there. I don't know why sometimes it flips over to the black screen. So anyway, I don't ship the base out of the customer appreciation break, but we do ship all the hits, of course, and we'll either do a hits draft, or maybe we'll do a team draft, or maybe I'll just let random decide. I don't know. It'll depend probably on what it is we ultimately open. So let's recap our hits. First up, Jake Thompson for the Phillies. That's a sticker auto, and it is unnumbered. And again, if anybody didn't hear earlier, the anticipated date to ship this stuff out is Monday. And if I can get it to you sooner, I will. Jose De Leon for the Dodgers. This is also a sticker auto. And it is number 10 of 25. So nice little low number there on the Jose De Leon. And then this is an on-card auto for Andrew Tolles, which is also nice. One of the 30th anniversary parallels for Andrew Tolles. Our manufactured relics, I guess I should say, not necessarily a patch. Greg Maddux for the Braves with the All-Star game patch. Although, isn't it weird? I mean, it says Colorado Rockies right there, but yet Atlanta Braves on the card. But why does it say Colorado Rockies for the All-Star game? I don't know. Whatever. Either way, it says Atlanta Braves, so it's going to the Braves. That one is unnumbered. And then the Kershaw, which actually I do kind of like the way this one looks, and it's number 73 of 75. And that one is kind of cool looking. I will grant you that. Then another All-Star game. I guess the same thing, because this one says California Angels on it. Maybe it's where it's played. I don't really know. I don't know why it has a different team up there. And that, of course, also numbered to 75 on the Sandberg for the Cubs. Now, our game-used relics. Joe Panik for the Giants. Carlos Gonzalez for the Rockies. And Salvador Perez for the Royals. So those are our hits out of this half case of 2017 Series 2 Jumbos. These turned out to not be anything. I thought that's our two. I'll show them anyway. There's our two little black and white reverse ones. Now, let's get into this stack. You guys were looking for... I got to scroll back up through here to figure out which card it was we were looking for. The A.J. Pollock is what we're looking for. Okay. So this is the stack that we're looking for, the A.J. Pollock. So we're just buzzing back through this to see if we can find the one that you were specifically asking about. hopefully we will find it in here for you. And while I'm thinking about it, because I'm sure some people are not sticking around while I'm looking for the AJ Pollock, I should have said this already. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being patient while I was going through the lovely update trauma. And thank you for bidding with me, breaking with me, hanging out and chatting. I always enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And I appreciate you guys participating. So it is still the same AJ Pollock that I was talking about before, is the only AJ Pollock I saw in there. And this is the same one we've looked at a couple times already, and it is not numbered. So I don't know what other AJ Pollock you are looking for. I don't know, man. Okay, so we want to go back through them again. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to go through them again, and we will look for a different Diamondback. Oh, I see that you say the delay was inconvenient. I'm sorry, man. I mean, I know it was inconvenient. It was certainly not what I had intended. It is not what I had planned on either, and I'm not, I mean, are you talking about this one that's numbered to 2017? So that one was numbered to 2017, but that's not a Diamondback. There's this one. This must be the one you're talking about. Okay, this is the one, because this guy is numbered to 25. Yeah, that one is numbered. So that is it. Okay, see, I had AJ Pollock in my head. I thought that's who we were looking for. So when I went back through it earlier, that's also who I was looking for. So that explains it. So, okay. But yeah, so again, man, I'm sorry. I did not have, I turned the computer on actually a couple of hours before the break each night, because I always thought until tonight, I thought if there was an update that had to be done, that when you turned it on, it would just do it and it would restart itself and do the whole thing. Well, no, apparently not like that anymore. And I guess it starts it when you try to reboot the computer, which we would have been fine had I not decided that I didn't have time to let the software update. And that's where it all just went terribly wrong, because I had to reboot to stop that from updating, and then that's the rabbit hole we went down. So yeah, I'm sorry. Anyhow, so there's your little guy. There's your Diamondback that was numbered to 25. And so, yeah, thank you for being patient while I went back through and figured that out. I had Pollock in my head, so my fault on that. All right, guys. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it. You guys have a great night, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Bye-bye.